There comes a moment in every man's life where he starts realizing that something is not right. The masks that he's wearing is not holding up anymore. The things, the way it used to work, it's not working out anymore. There is a subtle unrest that grows from within where, his soul is kind of knocking on the door asking, hey, are you going to wake up? Are you going to change? This is a slow process which actually leads into a series of events where a lot of the things in his material world actually starts crumbling, be it his career, be it his relationship. And this is basically like a wake up call that a man actually goes through in his life. And it feels like everything is falling apart. But in reality, the whole bigger picture is that everything is actually falling together. The first half of our life, we actually wear a mask in a lot of ways because that is where we are leading our lives from a place of conditioning from the society, from our parents, or whoever we grew up around. Eventually, there comes a point in every man's life where he actually starts asking the deeper questions. What's the purpose of his life? Why is he doing certain things in certain way? Why is he working in this career field? Why are his relationships even not working out? And when he asks these deeper questions, this is where the process of awakening kind of starts in a man. And suddenly, all of this actually even leads to a manifestation of a moment in his life where everything is actually taken away from his life. And this is the process of ego death, when a man's ego completely starts collapsing and the old paradigms that he actually built his life on does not work for him anymore. So, if you're new here, I'm Vesh and I'm a men's relationship coach and I help men heal with their traumas, attachment issue, and wounded masculinity in order for them to pursue meaningful connection with women. Now, if you want to work with me, get coached by me when it comes to healing your traumas, attachment issues, or even work on your confidence and self worth, you can reach out to me through Instagram, DM me the keyword coach to book a consultation with me. Now, if you're not on Instagram, I'll also drop my email ID where you can send inquiries for the purpose of booking a coaching call with me. So, without any further ado, let's get into the video and let's first talk about the false self a man often builds in the first half of his life. From the time that you are a boy, you have actually been taught a lot of things growing up in your household, be it, get good grades, get good marks. This is how you're going to be successful in your life. You need to get a good job. You need to actually show the society that, hey, you are someone of value. Apart from that, there's a lot of traumas that we also go through growing up in our childhood as well, which is something that creates subconscious belief systems which says that, hey, I'm not lovable, I'm not worthy. So in a way, there's a lot of struggle happening in the childhood days itself. On one hand, you're constantly being bombarded by the words that, hey, you need to study hard in order for you to make something of your life. But on the other side, your subconscious is also getting a message that if you do not function well in your life, if you don't perform well in your life, people are not going to accept you, people are not going to respect you. So you actually believe in these conditioning and you start building a life of yours from that place of conditioning. And this goes into even your college days, even your university days, even till the point of you actually getting that job. In a way, you are wearing masks and you are actually going and fitting into that matrix, which is designed to actually keep you asleep. But there comes a point where every soul actually starts asking the deeper questions as to what exactly is the purpose of his life. And this is a slow process of awakening that a man needs to go through. So, in a way, you have built identities from a place of, what people told you what truly matters in the world, what truly matters in the society. You are kind of like a guinea pig in the matrix, let's call it that way. And further down, what happens is that unrest starts from within you. You start asking the deeper question. You start questioning the purpose of life in itself. And this is something that actually leads to a slow unrest within your soul, where your soul is kind of knocking, asking you to wake up. This is also where your subconscious belief systems and the actual purpose of your life, the mission the soul kind of took up before getting born, actually starts awakening. Because at the end of the day, when your identity is built around outcomes, you are never truly free. You are never truly happy. And look around, every single person. There is like a subtle sadness that everyone carries within themselves. Until people do the deep inner work, everyone is kind of leading their life on an autopilot, and there is high rising depression these days. There's a lot of anxiety rising in people where nobody has any meaning in their life because you are, at the end of the day, a guinea pig that's actually following the herd. The second thing I want to talk about is when the collapse actually starts happening and when your life starts calling deeper. Now, this will be a life crisis that happens to you. Either you can lose your job, you can get into a breakup, you can have any health issues that comes up. Anything could happen, and that is the manifestation of all the subconscious junk that's held up in your mind since your childhood. And this fall actually comes through like betrayal, rejection, deep sense of loneliness that you actually go through in your life, where you even possibly feel that you have nobody around you that you can lean on. Maybe even friendships start falling away. Maybe connections that actually does not align to your true self actually starts being snapped out of your life. But at the same time, when this happens, when this crisis comes along where there is a certain kind of failure or loss, you actually spiral deeper. Instead of looking at it as a bright thing, instead of looking at it as a good thing that has happened to you, because when you lose everything in your life, there is a lot to gain in your life at the end of the day. It's like life is taking away everything from you. It's like life is actually taking away things that does not align with you at the end of the day. And there's a quote by Rumi which says, hey, you don't need to grieve anything because whatever that is taken away from you actually comes around back to you in another form. Now, this is where you have the free will. Either you can spiral through this whole situation and go into a state of depression, lose yourself in the process, or you can actually look at it as if you are starting from ground zero. Now, the best thing that can actually happen to a man is a heartbreak, a failure in love. I have seen some of my clients, they have gone through that heartbreak, but they have so much, will inside them. It was basically like a wake up call for them, that call them to awaken. And that is when they actually went into a state of self development. They started working on themselves, they started reading books, and they actually started building a life that they really want to work towards. But had it not been for the breakup that they went through, they would have never come to this realization that, hey, things have to change. The old masks have to fall away. The third thing I want to talk about is the in between stage where you are actually transitioning from your old self, healing, and then awakening the new true self. And this is the hardest path to actually navigate because the old stories are falling away, but you truly do not have a clear picture of what is lying ahead of you. You don't know if you're going to get into a relationship, you don't know if you're going to get another job because you are in ground zero. You are in a void state where anything can come through. But a lot of it actually depends on your mindset itself because if you have that subconscious belief that everything is happening for your highest good, that is where the universe or God, call it whatever you want to, brings those blessings into your life, which was always supposed to come after the slate was kind of cleaned off. It was always supposed to come because that was the kind of birthright, the abundance, the love that you are always destined to have. But unless you actually lost the things that did not serve you, unless you actually lost those old attachments that you were clinging on to, which was not even serving you, how are you possibly going to attract all those blessings back into your life? Because, in a way, it's only in pain transformation happens. It's only when you're navigating through this dark tunnel, but you have the hope that, hey, maybe on the other side there is light there. You can actually have the strength to get through the tunnel in itself. And this is the strength that you need to go through forward in life when you cannot see what's unfolding on the other side. The best thing that you can do is sit in silence. Actually, sit away from all the distractions. Do not find a temporary solution for this pain that you are actually going through. Build yourself. This is the best moment that life has given you for character building. Do not rush into any new relationships. Do not go and engage in any casual relationships after the heartbreak. Do not be in a frantic state where you're even trying to find a new job. Ask yourself the deeper questions. Why was this taken away from me? Why did I lose everything that I wanted in my life? Because it's when you actually start asking these deeper questions, your subconscious will give you the answers which you have always been seeking for. And these answers will either come as intuitive downloads or it'll come as signs around you. If you're awakened enough, you will notice the signs which God is using to communicate with you, the universe is using to communicate with you, even your higher self or your subconscious is using to communicate with you. These also come in the form of synchronicities guiding you forward. The fourth step that happens is the rebirth. This is where the divine masculine is born, provided he does the work to heal himself. He does the work on healing all the old patterns within himself, all the old wounds within himself, which actually even attracted that job, that relationship to him. This is where he has an ego death. This is where the ego collapses and the soul kind of rises. Because at the end of the day, ego is something that only belongs to our human state. The soul is infinite. Your soul has lived multiple lifetimes, and most of the times, your themes around the lifetimes are basically the same because you haven't done the work in the previous lifetime, which is why you're born again in this lifetime and you attract similar experiences. But it's just that you're born into a different timeline altogether. But at the end of the day, this ego that you have right now in this body is only serving this lifetime. And when you can collapse that ego, when you can die and be reborn again, this is where your divinity comes into form. This is where the divine masculine within you actually takes birth. And this is where you actually start building a life from a place of alignment instead of building a life from a place of lack and scarcity mindset and all the limiting junk beliefs that's in your subconscious. You truly begin to remember who you are. You stop chasing people. You start becoming so confident in yourself. You start believing your worth. You even stop seeking external validations. You don't need a woman to complete the void within you because in this state is where you actually become a magnet for all the blessings that life has to offer. You become a magnet for the best relationship. You even become a magnet for all the opportunities that is lying ahead because you're not operating from a place of fear. You're not operating from a place of low vibrational frequencies. When you believe in yourself, when you are in peace, when you're in joy, when you are present in the now, when you can go outside and actually look at the sunset and be like, wow, that is when you are present in the now. It's when you're present in the now, you are actually opening yourself to attract all the blessings, which is your birthright since you were born. It's basically, the cosmic karmic joke is you have to be born into darkness so that you can actually find your light on the other side of the tunnel. You had to move through that darkness. You had to go through that heartbreak, that rejection, that shattering of your confidence from people around you so that you can truly clean all of that and awaken the man who was always there within you. And I've also seen a lot of men actually resisting this ego death because they kind of think, everything is nonsense. There's no point to life. And when they resist this ego death that life is actually throwing at them, this is where they go into attracting lessons after lessons, heartbreaks after heartbreak, failure after failure. But if you just actually integrate the lessons the very first time that life is trying to teach you, you would easily avoid all that unnecessary pain that is actually coming forward in your life because you only attract familiar patterns, familiar chaos when you haven't evolved beyond that frequency, when you haven't evolved beyond that low vibrational timeline and destiny that you're operating from. So know that, an ego death is often a great thing that can happen to a man because when you lose a lot of things, that is when you actually find yourself. So if you are in the middle of a painful period of your life, mark my words, the best things will come going forward from that phase. Every time you're going through that painful situation, just tell yourself, this is a blessing. This is a sign that, a blessing is actually coming my way because that's the one thing that's going to give you the strength to navigate that. I hope this episode was helpful and I'll see you guys in the next one.